Keep it 100, please, baby. Keep it 100, please, baby. Hey, that's how I want to start the video out, man. Y'all remember when Fetty Wap said keep it 100? He said keep it 100, please, baby. Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. Ryan Garcia said that he had a separated rib going into the Tank Davis fight. All I'm saying is keep it 100. Do y'all think that's why Ryan lost? Do y'all think Ryan was really injured going into the fight? Do y'all think Ryan is keeping it 100 done? If you in here, make sure you tapping that screen. Rat-a-tap, tap, tap, tap that screen. Ryan Garcia says that going into the Tank Davis fight, he had a separated rib. You know what I mean? He on his Adam and Eve shit. Ryan Garcia went into the fight on his Adam and Eve shit. You know what I mean? Separated rib. I need y'all to break down to me what's going on, man. Ryan Garcia said that he went into this fight with a separated rib. Not only that, he said he went into his fight, he wasn't at his best. He said after the Luke Campbell fight, he was going through mental problems and he was forgetting how to do stuff in the ring. Somebody said excuses. Maybe he telling the truth. He said he picked up drinking. He said after Luke Campbell dropped him, he started drinking. So I started drinking, thought it would help ease my pain. Ryan Garcia said Luke Campbell dropped him and he started drinking. Then Ryan said before going into the Tank Davis fight, he had a separated rib on some Adam and Eve shit, bruh. That motherfucker Ryan was Adam. He lost one of his ribs. But the messed up part is this. Do y'all understand that Ryan Garcia, somebody in his camp told Tank Davis that he had a separated rib? But here's the thing. I think Tank Davis was gonna hit Ryan in the body whether he knew about the rib or not. Turn to the bottle is crazy. These are not my words. I'm not saying this to be I'm not saying this to give views, likes. I'm not saying this to be entertaining. You understand? This is Ryan Garcia's words. I just posted these videos on TikTok. You can go check them out. If you ain't, make sure you tapping that screen. 2 finger, thanks for the donut, baby. I'm Homer Simpson. But I need y'all to tell me, man. Now tell me. I need y'all to tell me what the fuck happened. Did Ryan lose because he was injured? Did he lose because he was having mental health issues? Or did he lose because Tank Davis was a better fighter? Personally, I think Tank Davis was just on another level than Ryan Garcia. Hey, Abdirahman 96, thanks for pushing the live, baby. Thanks for liking that screen. Ryan learned from Canelo when it comes to making excuses. Ryan needs God. Possible. Excuses, we hear them every day. Ryan Garcia is quoted. He went into the fight with a separated rib. He had to go to the hospital before the fight, but he didn't want to call off the fight. My thing is this. Your ass got paid, baby. So if you go into a fight with an injury, it's a major fight, and you're going to leave with $10 million. You're going to gross $150 million or $200 million, however much money they both made. It's almost dumb for you to bring up the injury because it's like, listen, you were compensated for the injury. If you didn't want to fight injured, you could have called the fight off. Athletes can't tell the truth or what is actually going on without someone yelling excuses. I don't think it was an excuse. Maybe he went in there like Adam, missing a rib and shit. I don't know. My thing is whether his rib was injured or not, whether he had a rat or a snake in his camp that informed Tank Davis, because that's what people claimed, it wouldn't have made a difference to the body. And Tank Davis is a better fighter than Ryan Garcia. If you make sure you tap that screen. 2 finger was good, man.
What's going on, Brody?
Are you what Ryan is selling?
I feel like at the end of the day, like even though if it's real separated, I don't think he was lying when it comes to that.
It don't matter. So you saying at the end of the day it don't matter?
Yeah, like you a fighter, you wanted to fight, you know what I'm saying? Shit, you make the ultimate decision that you want to fight regardless, you know what I'm saying? No matter what this motherfucker to say, that motherfucker say, you the one that signed that contract, what got that rehydration clause, said you was drained, all this other shit.
Yeah, that's another thing he said. He said he was drained. He went in there missing a rib like Adam. And but this is my thing though. This is my thing. And I mentioned this in my video. First, I'm gonna say if you're in here, make sure you tapping that screen. But if Ryan Garcia had his eyes open, maybe he could have blocked that body punch. Notice he's trying to hit Tank with one of his patented hooks. Your live is restricted. My live has been age restricted. TikTok, I ain't mad at you. I got nothing but love for you. But anyway, Ryan Garcia is trying to hit Tank Davis with one of his patented hooks, right? But his
Yep.
eyes are closed. If his eyes was open, maybe he could have blocked Tank's body shot. Are you with me? Are you with me?
We with you. I feel like another
Ryan would
thing.
have gave Tank a better fight without the claws, but it was Ryan's fault for signing. I don't
I
think it
feel
was
like,
Ryan's fault. Ryan was properly compensated for that. He got paid 10 milli. Remember Lil Wayne came out a milli. Ryan got 10 of those. They both grossed like 150 mil. They grossed crazy amount of money. That fight was box office. Hey Christian, thanks for liking the live. TikTok made my live age restricted, but TikTok, I want to let you know I got nothing but love for y'all because I'm posting this on YouTube regardless. You understand? Black, thanks for liking the live. But yeah, we're gonna keep this thing going, man. I don't understand Ryan Garcia. I don't understand Ryan Garcia.
yeah,
I
but
understand the mental issues and everybody goes through mental health problems. But Luke Campbell dropped you, you got up and you won. If anything, you should have been more emboldened. You shouldn't have been you shouldn't have felt discouraged. You got up off the canvas and was able to get a stoppage. That was one of Ryan's better moments in his career, if you ask me.
that's another thing. We all knew Ryan was gonna get stopped regardless. I feel like if it hurt or not, he would have gave up a better fight, of course. But I feel like hurt or not, he would have knocked out regardless. We know he chin up to the air. You know what I'm saying? We already know he got dropped by Luke Campbell. You know what I'm saying? A motherfucker like Tank with him, you know what I'm saying, go get him out sooner or later. That's motherfucker that's so chinny. So it's like
That's true,
make
man.
all the excuses he wants to. I feel like he would have lost regardless.
I think Ryan was gonna lose regardless, but I don't know if Ryan thinks he was gonna lose regardless.
I,
Garcia might have been injured, but he was getting outboxed. He kept leaving himself exposed. That's another thing. Tank Davis, when he gets in there with someone who's taller with longer limbs, Tank loses the boxing match, but he wins the fight. Tank was winning the boxing match and the fight. So I
and
didn't
I
really
feel
see what Ryan could have won this one, man. Rib injury or not.
another thing
If y'all
is, bro,
here, make sure y'all tapping that screen, baby. They got a restriction. We got to work overtime tonight. Go ahead, two finger.
I
Pause.
I feel like goddamn Ryan was underestimating him anyway when he said, "Oh, second round knocker." He going on everybody podcast. I'm gonna do Javante this. I'm gonna do Javante that. Like he just was nothing. Of course, I get he trying to promote the fight or whatever, but he just, you know what I'm saying, putting it in everybody's face, shit like that. Like he just was gonna knock him out. And you can see in the second
Jalen
round, like
B.
he was actually trying to knock him out in the second round, just throwing hooks. That's how he got caught.
Exactly. Jalen B, Soul Negro, Bobby Green Supremacy. Thanks for liking the live. Now, Ryan Garcia was fixated on the hook. First off, Roy Jones was a man that they call Captain Hook. Roy Jones was a super athlete, and Roy Jones was allegedly on that stuff to go with it. Ryan is fast, but Ryan is not the caliber of athlete of Roy Jones. So why would you build your career off one punch? Another man that built a career off one punch, the hook, Joe Frazier. But these guys are natural hookers. Pause. But these guys are natural hookers. Ryan Garcia is a guy where I think he needs to continue building up his game like how he's doing with Derrick James. His footwork looked nice in that Duarte fight, but he's not a guy that could just make a career out of one punch. And it's not smart to do that. Deontay Wilder made a career out of one punch. When you do that, your days are numbered anyway. But
Yep.
ultimately, we can't be throwing punches with our eyes closed. Look at his eyes, closed. So whether your rib was broken or not, if your eyes was open, you could probably see that body shot, brace for that body shot, you know?
Yeah.
But shout out to Ryan. I like the way Ryan markets himself. See, this is not about ripping on Ryan. This is not about saying that, Ryan sucks. I think Ryan is a very good boxer. I think he's in over his head as far as it's like this is the thing. Ryan marketed himself to put him at the top, at the spotlight, but he doesn't have top tier talent. So the question is, can he ever have top tier talent? That's what him and Derrick James are working on day in and day out.
He finna
You know
lose
what I
again.
mean?
He fucking around fight Devin Haney. He's gonna be bad too.
Yeah, I don't think he could be Haney. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
I think
50 Brandon, thanks for the gifts, man. What
I
is
think
that, 50? Would you send me? What the hell is that? I don't know what that is. Oh, a bracelet. Okay. Thanks for the gifts, man.
You don't fuck around. Like I
Now,
think
is there anybody out there on the horizon that you think Ryan could beat Two Finger?
probably Rolly.
Yeah, I had Ryan beating Rolly. I think it was smart for Rolly not to fight Ryan because I think Ryan would have won and it would have gave him credibility. If Rolly fight people like, and a lot of people would have been rooting for Rolly as well. If Rolly fight guys who a lot of people don't think he could beat, the loss doesn't look as bad. Like if you fight Tank, even if Tank knock you out, it don't really look that bad because people expect Tank to knock you out. With
Yeah.
Ryan and Rolly, that shit was damn near 50-50. So whoever loses, that shit was gonna be a bad loss and a big setback. Hey, Two Finger, thanks for liking the live. Ryan is like when a button masher goes against a competitive player. Damn, that's a good comparison. I think Ryan beats Matias if he can fix up his defense a little bit. Ryan Garcia versus Sabril Matias. Hey,
Hell,
Black, you cooking, boy. You cooking. That's a hell of a fight right there. That's a hell of a fight because that will put Ryan to the test, man. I'm talking SAT, ACT, PCA.
you
I
think
don't know
Ryan,
if the last one was
you
a
think
real
Ryan
test.
durable enough for that?
Huh?
You think Ryan durable enough for that?
No, I don't think he's durable enough, but I think Ryan's selling them motherfucking tickets, boy. I
Yeah.
think Ryan is putting butts in seats. I think Ryan is one hell of a marketer, one hell of a salesman. He
Sure.
reminds me of myself. But I don't think he could beat Sabril. But this is the thing, though. At the end of the day, Derrick James and Ryan are working on something, and it's going to come down to whether or not Ryan can actually improve. If Ryan can improve, he has the physical capability to beat anybody.
Yeah.
The physical capability. Now, there's a difference between potential energy and kinetic energy. Kinetic is when you actually get the shit done. I learned that shit in physics. See, I failed physics the first time, came back, tried to take it again. That's when I realized I wasn't cheating right the first time. But fuck it, that's besides the point. The kinetic energy of Ryan actually getting done with his skills and his talent, because he has great size, long limbs, decent footwork. He showed that in his fight against Duarte, and he has hell of a lot of speed. You know what I mean? And he got, when he throws them hooks and shit, he throw them with a lot of balls. Like he don't pussyfoot. He really let that thing go. So he's a very dangerous fighter. Even though Tank knocked him out, Tank is a patient fighter, and Tank is dangerous as well. So it could go either way. But Ryan could probably crack Sabril, and who knows what happened from there. But if I was to pick between Ryan and Sabril, I would pick Sabril because Ryan has shown himself to be chinny. Ryan did quit in the Tank Davis fight. And Ryan has shown that he doesn't have a superb level of skill that you need to really deal with somebody as offensive and aggressive as Sabril Matias. He's shown that he don't really have the patience to deal with somebody as offensive and aggressive as Sabril Matias. But he could work on all of those things. Who knows? But I would pick Sabril if there was a fight.
But I feel
Matias' footwork and defense is kind of trash, but he can take so much. It will be in it. Thank you. Thank you. Sabril Matias' box office is just that he speaks Spanish. If he spoke English and he could talk shit behind his performances, people would know who he is. Black, how exactly is his footwork trash? His defense is underrated. Yeah, Sabril's defense is underrated. When they say his footwork is trash, it's because Sabril was standing right in front of you and punch. So
swear.
maybe he has footwork, but he doesn't use it. So it don't. That's why they saying it's trash. It's almost non-existent. Sabril is like the 140 David Benavidez. I've heard that comparison before. What do you think about Conor Ben versus Boots? It's a good fight, but I'm be honest with you when it comes to Conor Ben and his father, Nigel Ben. There's steroid allegations around both of them. There is steroid PED allegations around the Ben family. Maybe they related to Ben Johnson because he was on that shit. But I don't know. He cuts the ring off very well. With Sabril, yeah, he does. I think David has a bit more defense than you said. David, what do you mean? Did you mean Sabril? I don't know what you're talking about.
I
Ben
feel
would
like,
get whipped by
like
Boots. Go ahead, Two Finger.
a motherfucker like T.O., like a really good footwork. I feel like anybody like probably like besides like Regis and Rolly beat Sabrio, when it comes to the champions.
But we're making assumptions right now, man. We are assuming because these people have skill that their skill is going to overpower the will of Sabril Matias. We don't know that. That's why these guys got to fight. I'm not just going to say you look more flashy than him, so you're going to win in the fight. Rocky Marciano wasn't flashy worth shit, but he's undefeated.
Yep.
So we have to account that there's will that goes into fights. It's more than looking pretty. It's more than hitting the pads. It's more than having calf reflexes. There's heart, grit, will, determination, all of that stuff. Mental fortitude. I saw somebody in the comments say that T.O. doesn't have the mental fortitude to beat Matias. Damn. My man once said that. I don't know, man. That's a hell of a statement. Michi was good.
What's good with y'all, man? How y'all doing?
We doing good, man. Ryan Garcia has came out and said that he had a separated rib. He said he was going through mental problems before the fight. He said he rushed into the fight. He said he was dehydrated. Now, do you believe any of these claims? Which ones do you believe? Which ones do you disbelieve? And do you think Ryan would have won if he came into the fight 100%?
Mm, I really don't pay too much attention on Lion Ryan. Um, I still think it would be the same outcome, even without
Damn.
the rehydration clause.
Hey, y'all make sure y'all tapping the screen, baby. They hit me with an age restriction out of nowhere. But I think that Ryan Garcia, without the rehydration clause, 100% healthy, I think he would have lost the tank. And I think
Mm.
that it's because of the skills difference. There's a large skills gap. There's a hiatus, if you will, between these two men skill wise. Ryan had the athleticism, though. He had the athleticism to beat Tank, but he didn't have the skill or the time and the patience, all of that shit. You need layers upon layers to beat Tank. So Ryan was missing the layers, and that's what him and Derek James are working on. Do you think Ryan Garcia will ever get to the point where he could beat Tank Davis?
Uh,
Hell no.
nah. I mean, it's on.
Oh shit! Hey, X, thanks for liking the live. Two Finger, thanks for liking the live. Make sure y'all tapping that screen. Now, personally, I agree. I don't think Ryan will ever be able to beat Tank, but I think that Ryan, if he continues on the path he's going and he focuses and he zones in, he'll be able to beat some people who you may not expect him to beat. Like somebody mentioned Ryan going up against Sabril Matias. If Ryan were to fight Sabril Matias tomorrow, I'll pick Sabril to win. But maybe 3, 4 years down the line, and Ryan would fight Sabril, who knows? Maybe he will have developed into a brand new boxer. Remember, Cotto, Miguel Cotto, he got rebuilt by Freddie Roach. Freddie Roach rebuilt him from the ground up. So you can be rebuilt as a boxer. Roberto Duran, people remember him as one of the all-time greats, but he wasn't. If you go watch his early fights, he wasn't always super savvy and could fight in 6 different styles and shit. He developed with time. So you can definitely get better, man. Ryan's career isn't over. It's just beginning, but it depends on whether or not he could keep his mind in it. Because when you talk about that mental health, that mental depression and shit like that, that's almost like people who are addicted to a substance. They can relapse at any time. A person who is depressed can become depressed in an instance. It could be all of a sudden. So Ryan could be riding the highway, win 2 fights, got a matchup set up with T.O., start second guessing himself. Next thing you know, he's going through a cycle of depression out of nowhere. Boom. Now he's going to be fucked up. Pitbull is going to TKO Roly, mark my words. Yeah, I'm going to do a video on that. Because Pitbull was talking some trash, man. I like when Pitbull get attacked in the shit. I don't know, do Pitbull don't speak English, do it?
Nah.
Two fingers like a lot. If he spoke English, man, boy, a lot of the Hispanic fighters, if you once you get money, like look at Canelo. Canelo, he learned English and it was better. Like some of his little trash talk is memorable. What do you tell Andre? Payday, payday.
Hey.
You know what I mean? He was a horrible fighter. It was memorable. So a lot of the Hispanic fighters, Sabril Matias, Isaac Cruz, fucking Andy Cruz, all these cruises who cruising over from overseas, learn how to speak English so y'all could market yourself better. Once you get a certain amount of money, there's no excuse for you not knowing basic English because you have to push your fight. And if you have broken English, sometimes it can sell as well. Sometimes that's funny when y'all don't pronounce the words right. So y'all gotta get people to help y'all learn how to speak English. If Rolly beats Ryan, what would happen? If Rolly beats Ryan, that would be a huge, huge black mark on Ryan's record. A lot of people disrespect Ryan and his loss to Tank Davis, but almost everybody disrespects Rolly. I don't know why these motherfuckers act like they could beat Rolly. I think Rolly is very competitive. I do not think he could really hold a title for long because he missing a lot of the fine tuning to do that. And the only way that you can get away with not being a fine tuned guy, a skills guy, you got to be in super condition. So I don't know if Rolly really conditioning like that to be able to take the beating that he's going to take. Like I'll give you an example. Ali was super skilled, but even Ali, he was lazy when it came to his conditioning as he got older. He was able to take an ass whooping. So it didn't matter. Like he could stay in the fight and make it to the later rounds, wait until his opponent get tired, because he could take a real good ass whooping. I don't know if Rolly could take a good ass whooping like that. I think if Ryan loses twice or once, his career will go downhill. I think Ryan is the modern day Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya lost 90% of his big matchups, but guess what? People call him great to this day. He still made good money. Ryan has enough of a fan base, enough of a name, enough of a social media presence to where if they manage his career right, there's no way that he can fail. Whether he has a separated rib, conjoined ribs, he's missing a rib like Adam, whatever the fuck is going on with his rib cage, he said he still can be successful. Oscar's a sixth division champion. When did Ryan ever have a legitimate belt? This is different times. We living in different times right now. Let me tell you something. I don't know. I'm random. It was a time in this country where you couldn't drink from the same water fountain as a white man, right? But now everybody drinking the same contaminated water, especially in Detroit. You understand what I'm saying? So times is different. Right now, Ryan can get the same ass whooping that anybody else can get. And it doesn't matter that he didn't have the belts. It doesn't matter that he didn't really have a formidable legacy in boxing. He's riding off his amateur accolades and he's riding off his social media presence. So there's less that you have to prove nowadays. It's more so about how much money can you make and how fast can you make it. Everything is fast. I don't know if you work a job, but right now if you go get a job, like say you go work at a fast food chain, they're gonna spend 5 seconds training you because they don't want to waste time training you. So most people aren't getting properly trained on their everyday jobs when they first sign up because nobody wants to train you. They want you to show up ready to go. That's how the boxing world is right now. They don't have time for people to be getting 3, 4, 5 belts. They look at it like this: who getting money? Who getting money? Who got the social media presence? Get his ass in the ring. Let's get this money. So Ryan, he wasn't ready for the stage he was on, but at the same time, he was ready because he was able to add viewers to that stage that he was on. Yup, and Ryan getting that. Yeah, Ryan getting that money, man. So it don't matter how many times he get his ribs broke, bro. He can get them. He can get fucking synthetic ribs. He can go to Dr. Miami and get that shit fixed. Y'all heard BBL? He have BBR. Ryan gonna have implanted ribs and shit. Rolly might win a couple rounds, but I think Pitbull drops him in the ninth. Hey, I think Pitbull gonna stop Rolly, man. If y'all in here, make sure y'all tapping the live. They making it hard on the brother. They hit me with an age restriction, although I'm only talking about boxing. But TikTok, I want to let y'all know that I still love y'all. All right? I still endorse y'all. I don't got no people for y'all. Hey, Mikey Random, what's good, man? Or Miguel. We talking about Ryan Garcia's claims. He said that he went into the fight injured, Miguel. He said he went into the fight with a separated rib. Thanks for the gifts. What are your thoughts on this? Do you believe Ryan would have won the fight if he was 100%? Do you believe that the rib and the rehydration clause affected his performance? What's up, man? 23 was good. And Oscar beat Purnell. Oscar should have lost to Purnell, but it is what it is. Chavez, he did beat Chavez. He beat an old Camacho, but he beat these people. And people agree he got robbed in the first Mosley fight. He also knocked out Gotti. Gotti was a paper champion. Gotti was a guy that really shouldn't be mentioned in the name of the other guys. Excuse me. He was more of a brawler. Oscar did have some good wins, though. So far, I agree with you. Ryan doesn't even have really notable wins. He has a bunch of tomato can wins. So he needs to start hitting, getting some better competition. His following on Twitter don't make him a great fighter. That's facts. He also knocked out Gotti. Yeah. I'm just saying, but Gotti wasn't it, though. The rest of the motherfuckers were legit, but Gotti was a brawler. Like, if you're going to knock anybody out, Gotti is the easiest person to knock out. Luke Campbell was a decent win, but he also got dropped. Luke Campbell is a good win. That is a good win, but his resume doesn't compare to the people that they was naming for Oscar. Purnell, Chavez, Camacho. Ryan hasn't faced, like Pernell Whitaker, he was at the end of his career, and he had abused drugs, but he was still bad, boy. And some people think that was a controversial decision. So that was a tough win for Oscar. Chavez was old. Still a hard win. Ryan hasn't fought anybody on the Chavez level except for probably Tank, and a lot of people, that's going to be controversial to say that Tank is on the level of Chavez. Tank doesn't have the resume, but Tank has a skill base and the power and athleticism. He looks like he has specialness to him. He just hasn't fought the right competition. And Camacho, we know Camacho was a great offensive fighter. Camacho was very dangerous, but he was kind of done too because of the drugs, but whose fault is that? Oscar De La Hoya got some names on his regimen, bro. And then he beat Ike Corte or somebody? Or did he lose that? Barroso deserves a rematch with Rolly if Rolly does the impossible and beats Pitbull. Yeah, Barroso not getting that rematch. Listen, I hate to break it to you, but Barroso, he had the end of his career. They're not going to market through him. They're not going to be marketing through someone's grandfather because it's not worth it in the long run. Y'all sleeping on Rolly. Pitbull hasn't fought no one who can punch like Rolly. Pitbull fought Tank Davis. What the hell? Austin.
Tripping.
Austin. Pitbull fought Tank Davis. Do you understand that Pitbull is the only man never to be knocked down or knocked out by a Tank? Everyone else was knocked down and or knocked out. So Pitbull is one of one. Barroso nice, but he's not a draw. Yeah, he's not a draw, but I mean, a lot of these promoters just lazy. If it was me, I would promote Barroso. I had Barroso come out that bitch with a cane. I have him dye his hair gray because he's a grandpa. You know what I mean? Playing to this shit. Everybody calls him grandpa. Old as hell. He knocking people out. I have him talking about how he gonna beat up on these young whippersnappers and shit like that. I have him smelling like Ben Gay. Put some glasses on that motherfucker. You know, I had Barroso walk out there with an oxygen tank. Like he a grandpa. These promoters are lazy. And it's not just in boxing, it's all across the world. But that's because a lot of these people, they did, you know, they did compromise and shit to get where they at. They didn't get to where they at based off their talent. That guy saying Rolly gonna beat Cruz is effing cat. I don't got Rolly beating Cruz, bro. I'm be honest with you. Cruz has such great structure. That's why Cruz gave Tank Davis problems. He has such great structure and he has a lot of stamina. He throws bombs the entire time. It's hard to beat somebody like Cruz.
I have a question. This Cruz first fight at 140?
Yep.
Yeah. That's why you gotta shout out to Esau Cruz because he's small as hell, boy.
Yeah,
Tank
yeah.
Davis had one appearance at 140 and was like, no, fuck this. Esau Cruz jumping up there against a big fighter and Rolly Romero. First fight for the belt, man. Shout out to Esau, man. Yeah, they need to be like WWE. That's why Tyson is first. It's not about carry my word, I agree, but it's not about they. The promoters are lazy. You know what I mean? I can't do all this shit myself. I came up with that idea in half a second. They should be ashamed of themselves. They got motherfuckers working for them whose job it is to promote these fighters. Barroso's dentures almost fell out during the Rolly fight. That was a good one. Shakur is a boring fighter. No, I disagree. I think Shakur is exciting. He had one bad performance. I can't throw somebody away after one bad performance. I said in the last live, you probably had a bad night with your wife or with your girlfriend. Did she leave you? Some women will. But I hope she ain't leave you. Because she probably going to have a bad night too. That's life. Shout out to Rolly for taking the fight. The fuck y'all mean? Yeah. Shout out to Rolly for taking the fight. Hell yeah. Because Rolly should have fought Ryan. Ryan is easier competition than Pitbull. Believe it or not. Ryan Garcia is easier competition than Pitbull. Michi 3300, thanks for liking the live, bro. Much love. Because they put that age restriction on your boy. They know I was tearing shit up. From the rooter to the tutor. They try to act like I was talking about some OnlyFans shit up here for the restriction. That's all good, TikTok. I still love you. I was about to say a joke, but that really would have... The joke that just came to my head, boy, they would have took my damn live down. I'm going to leave it alone. It's because the picture's showing violence. No, that ain't violence. That's a blood tap.
This is violent.
Always respect your elders. We the fans need good fights. Well, there's a great fight coming up. Not a good fight, a great fight coming up between Rolly Romero and Pitbull Cruz. This shit is about to get popping. Let me tell you how great this fight is. This fight is great because of the potential. If Cruz beats Rolly, you could bet your ass. Left cheek, right cheek, black cheek, white cheek. You could bet your ass that Tank Davis will be going up to 140 to rematch Pitbull Cruz, and he'll be doing it for a 140-pound belt. So Tank gonna have a belt at 140. That's gonna give him clout. Next thing you know, he's gonna be fighting Sabril or Teal or Haney. And it's smart because this allows Tank to delve and put his feet back in 140-pound waters without really having to fight a big guy for his first fight back to 140. Because we saw how he struggled with Barroso. If Cruz wins, then Tank will be able to fight a man who's around his size for a 140-pound belt. Cruz will have been doing all the work, and Tank will be coming in to cash out on Cruz's work. You got to work smarter, not harder. This is chess, not checkers. Shout out to the PPC. Cruz, if I was you, I would have worked on my footwork because you're going to have to, even if you beat Rolly, you're going to have to find a way to beat Tank again. I mean, not again. You had to find a way to beat Tank for the first time. I don't think you could do it. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I fuck with you though, man. You got a real hard cranium. You're able to take a lot of power. But whenever you get in there with somebody that can move, you struggle. I suggest putting on some ankle weights while you train in the camp. Get your feet a little faster. Run
Tank,
some sprint.
Tank
You know,
ain't gonna
go play some basketball in the hood. Learn how to go, side to side. Play some flag football. I don't know.
Tank ain't gonna fight Devin no time soon. Cause I feel like
Ain't gonna fight Devin eventually.
yeah, he
It
gonna have
might
to
take
Nah,
like
eventually.
I
But I
don't think so.
soon when it comes like the next 2 years.
somebody said on Twitter, Devin Haney is Adrian Broner without power. I
What?
disagree. Devin Haney has a different mental profile than Adrian. Devin Haney is more dedicated to the sport than Adrian. Adrian Broner actually had more natural talent than Devin Haney. Adrian Broner had faster hands than Devin Haney, but it seems as though Adrian couldn't keep his focus. But I understand when you've been boxing your whole life, these dudes been boxing since they were 7 and 6. Sometimes you get burnt out. I'm just glad that Adrian Broner was able to make some money, talk some trash. You know what I mean? Lay down some fine women, live a high life. I hope that he saves some of his money, and I hope that he's still marketing his boxing career right now because people still fuck with AB. He still can talk trash, so that means he can make money. He has a great mouthpiece. Pause. I think Broner had harder competition than Devin. Broner fought Maidana. Devin fought Loma. They both extremely hard competition. Broner fought Pacquiao. Devin hasn't fought anybody like Manny Pacquiao. You are correct, Jalen. Broner had harder competition than Devin Haney. But once Devin fights a fucking Tank Davis or Shakur Stevenson, that would probably no longer be true. AB was the man until Pacquiao dominated him. Well, I mean, Pacquiao dominated Keith Thurman. Pacquiao has dominated most fighters he's fought. Pacquiao is a legendary fighter. AB didn't win, so the fuck what? Most people wouldn't beat Pacquiao. Broner fought Sean Porter. Sean Porter, damn, yeah, you're right. Broner, I mean, I already agree with you, Jalen. Broner has had harder competition than Devin, than Tank, than Shakur. He's had harder competition than all of them. That's why his career was judged so quickly because Broner stepped up in competition and he just hard fight after hard fight. You know what I mean? Maidana, Pacquiao, Porter, like boom, boom, boom. So even though he didn't win all of those fights, he was an exciting fighter when he was still throwing his hands, and he did take on big challenges. And we have to mention the fact that Maidana was using gloves that were less padded than regular gloves. So Maidana really cheated, and Floyd caught Maidana in the next fight, but unlucky for Broner, he had to fight Maidana with some cheating ass gloves. Tank fought Rolly on the back foot all fight, but he stepped up to Cruz at times. Rolly is bigger than Cruz. That's a great observation, Austin. I'll never understand why we didn't get Mikey Garcia versus Loma. Mikey went up to fight Errol instead. I'll never understand why we not getting Loma versus Shakur Stevenson. When you getting a brain chip, listen, your name is I'm a Munch. So that's why you asking me questions like that. That's what you said.
I got a question. Hey, who do y'all
What's
got in
up,
a fight
Mickey?
between Boots and Rinky Wright?
Boost and Winky, right?
Yeah.
Damn. Winky was a big motherfucker. I think didn't Winky go all the way up to 160?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think he might have been too big in his style. Somebody said Winky by murder. I don't know about all that murder. Boost would fight his ass. I think Winky would have wore him down with that style, but I don't know. This is the thing. The way that Winky fought was a lot like how Errol Spence fought. If you know how to break the code on that shit like Terrence Crawford, you can make him look ineffective. You want a free Super Bowl ticket? Oh, what's up, dogs? No, I appreciate it, but I ain't taking my black ass down to California, wherever the hell they having Super Bowl. I'm gonna stay where I'm at. Canelo versus Munguia. All right, so I'm breaking down the fight. I should be done by Friday because I haven't been bullshitting, but I ain't gonna lie, like I'm not trying to put out whack ass content for Patreon, but Munguia actually will have a chance against Canelo. That's why Canelo actually wants to fight Crawford and Jamal Charlo. When I watch Munguia versus Ryder, I think Canelo will beat Munguia, but Munguia has a puncher's chance, and Munguia is very, very offensive. So if Munguia could deal with Canelo's power, just the amount of punches he throws, as well as some of the power he seems to possess, along with his size, he's 6 foot tall. If he could do some of what Caleb Smith did, he's a little bit better athlete than Caleb Smith. He has better balance. If he could get on his toes at time, stay away from Canelo, only try to land 3 or 4 punches at a time, not try to do these long ass exchanges, and then work a nice decent jab and be mindful of Canelo trying to counter him, he could probably win a fight. But I don't know. I would still pick Canelo to win because of the experience. Munguia hasn't really fought no damn body. But I would love to see Canelo and Munguia or Benavidez. I don't want to see Canelo versus Terrence Crawford or Jamal Charlo, but that's just me. At the end of the day, let them brothers get their money because it's all about the dollar bill, man.
Yeah, Terrence
Hey,
Crawford.
everybody that's been liking the live, thank you.
That boy is crazy.
Huh?
I said Terrence Crawford is crazy. That boy trying to jump up 3 weight classes. What it is, 3 weight
No, he's
classes?
not crazy, man. They say for the love of money, people will steal from their brother. They say they robbed their own mother. For the love of money, man. Terrence Crawford would jump up 3 weight classes and potentially get knocked out in order to make a $30 million payday because he's going to be taking care of his kids, if he manages that money right. So it's worth it. It's like walking off the plank knowing that you're going to save the rest of the ship for your family and shit. Hey, Miguel, howdy. Thanks for the hat. What's up with these music references? I don't know, Jalen. I'm on one. I guess I had a decent day in the gym today. I don't fucking know. Tio versus Ortiz, a good fight too. Yeah, that is a good fight. War versus Kawasaki. Bruh, Kawasaki didn't fight nobody in a prime, so I don't know about Kawasaki. That's another Rocky Marciano. Joe will outwork Ward every time. Nah, bro. If Joe fight anybody in his 20s, Ward, Hopkins or Roy Jones, he'll probably get that ass handed to him on a silver platter. Benavidez versus Montrell, the Cuban. Montrell. You mean Morel?
Oh, Morel?
That motherfucker said Montrell. Oh, shit. Montrell, the one that Roy Jones knocked out? Nah, man. I got Benavidez beating Morel because of the experience gap. Roy will end Ward's life. Yeah, Roy would have beat Ward. Yeah, Roy would have beat Ward. Roy would beat a lot of people just because his athleticism was devastating. But there's an asterisk next to Roy's name because they said Roy was on that shit. Autocorrection, my bad. Oh, you said autocorrect. No, don't try to blame the autocorrect, man. You thought that man name was Montrell, bro. Who you got? Roy versus Benavidez at 168. Damn. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Roy is a bad motherfucker. Like, Roy was so fast. Like, when you watch him fight David Telasco, I think it's Telasco, whatever, the light-skinned motherfucker with the braids. Roy was undersized. Roy was on that shit so he could add muscle, and plus he was a naturally great athlete. But the way that he fought that dude because he was bigger than him, and even when he went up to heavyweight, he made sure to just pick and pop, like just pick a shot, land 2 fast ass shots, get out the way. So Roy could have potentially made David Benavidez look silly. Like that's a great question, man. God damn. Roy would not stop no damn Benavidez. He would have to be extremely careful because David would still be the naturally bigger man. He would fight him in the same way that he fought David Telesco or the heavyweight that he fought, where he just landing 2 or 3 fast shots and then making a guy miss. Roy really had a beautiful style. It was wild though. He did shit and he did angles that were so wide that you really couldn't. You would get hurt trying to do those angles if you're not fast. And we saw what happened to Roy when he started to slow down. People really don't realize how dangerous Pac-Man was in his prime. I realized how dangerous he was, especially when he was allegedly on that shit. He was real dangerous. Yeah, Roy's speed is the only way he winning. Yeah, but that speed is not like Roy has special speed, so it's like he could make dudes who are all-time great look silly. Like there's a potential that Roy would have embarrassed Floyd Mayweather in his prime if they fought at like 154 or some shit because he was so fast. He was like a broken character in a video game. Ward didn't beat anyone except a weight drain, Chad Dawson, and a gift versus Kovalev. But he beat Kovalev twice, and the second time he stopped Kovalev, so there ain't no gift. And plus, Ward won that fucking tournament or whatever. So Ward was a bad boy. You can't act like he wasn't shit. He just didn't have no real rival at damn middleweight. Second time was low blows, you know that. It wasn't no damn low blow. Go watch the bro. Kovalev got stopped. It's okay. He almost stopped Ward. He almost stopped Ward in the second fight too. He just got out. He got outgritted. Ward was more nasty, more mean, and Kovalev lost. Even if you give him the first fight, he got stopped in the second fight. We got still every time with these European fighters, man. Kovalev, Usyk, all the time talking about this low blow, that. You know what I mean? Lomachenko. They say Loma lost Toledo because of low blow. Come on, man. Damn. If that's the case, hey, work on your nuts, man. I don't know. Do some nut huggers or something. Work on your balls. There's no way that all of y'all losing in Eastern European losing because of
Low blows.
low blows. You're not racially biased, are you? No, I'm not racially biased. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Floyd Mayweather was getting hit over and over in the cup by Maidana. Floyd got the job done. It's not about being racially biased. It's about winning. You know what I mean? Closing time, you don't gotta go home, but you can't stay here. What did that mean? That mean, motherfucker, either you go hard or you go home. Floyd went hard. Loma went home. Usyk went home, but they bailed him out. Kovalev went home. Don't nobody want to hear about the Nutcracker. This is boxing. And I don't know, random. Thanks for liking the live. You think Ward would have won a fight with Bivol or Berkebiev? No, I don't think he's athletic enough to do that. Man, Ward would die versus Berkebiev. Yeah, he probably would, and Canelo would too. A lot of men would. They're smaller than Berkebiev, and Berkebiev is he has crazy power at that weight, so it'll be a dumb fight. Hey, Quentin McCombs, thanks for liking the live. Two Finger, thanks for liking the live. Paul, my man named Two Finger. But yeah, bro. We're going to go for about 20 more minutes. Then I'm up out of here. Thanks for the gifts, Two Finger. They sending me roses, man. Pause. I ain't never had a man give me roses. Don't tell nobody about this. My man changed it to the J. Nah, I'm just fucking with you. Hey, man, Benavidez or Berkebiev? I got Berkebiev, bro. I think if Benavidez wait like the way that Canelo trying to wait him out, if he waits Berkebiev out, he can win. What y'all talking about? Just joined the live. We didn't talk about a whole bunch of shit, but I'm gonna go back to the original topic. Ryan Garcia says he had a separated rib. He said he was having mental issues. He said everything was fucked up. He said he got rushed into the fight, and these are the reasons why he lost. Do you agree with him? Do you believe that if he was 100%, he would have beat Tank? Do you think he's giving reasons or do you think he's giving excuses? Ward versus Hagler. I'm going with Hagler. Ward versus Roy Jones. I'm going with Roy. That's what we talking about. And we talking about a bevy of other things. We talking about anything that anybody in the chat bring up as long as it's boxing related. Everybody that's been liking the live, thank you. Hagler was a small middleweight. He be too small. Could still win. Actually, I agree. Hagler never went up to 168. Great point. Hagler spent his entire career at 160. Great point. Maybe he doesn't beat Ward. Wow. See that? He's giving some reasons and a little excuses here and there. What do you think? Do you think that Ryan would have beat Tank if he had all of his ribs? Because Ryan said he went into the fight like Adam. You know, Adam had his rib removed. So he said he went in there like Adam. He wasn't equipped. He was hurting. Do you think he would have beat him if he had a full case of baby back ribs? Damn, hold on. I thought he was 160. Yeah, but Ward went up to 168 and he went up to light heavyweight, didn't he? Marvin Hagler stayed at 160 his entire career. I don't know if Ryan would have won, but it definitely would have been more of a competitive fight. I don't think so. I think Tank would have beat Ryan under any circumstances. The fact that Tank made Ryan sign a rehydration clause was horrible for the legacy of Tank. Because people are going to bring that up all the time. Tank, you didn't need a rehydration clause against Ryan Garcia. You were 2 to 3 levels above him. You see how Ryan's face twitching? No, it's not that his face twitching. It's because his eyes are closed. I said this at the beginning of the live, but if Ryan would have had his eyes open, maybe he could have saw the body shot. He could have braced for the body shot, blocked the body shot. Who knows?
I feel like another reason too.
Good, man. We got 18 minutes to go, man. What's up, Two-Finger?
Another reason too, I feel like he's saying that, like he his ribs separated, this and that, all the excuses to save his brand, because like initially when he got hit with the body shot, it's like he could have got back up.
He could have got up. Oh shit, I forgot. Yo, Shabo was good, but I forgot. Ryan Garcia could have got up. I seen that shit. He made a business decision.
That's debatable.
Y'all remember Deion Sanders said that if it was him one-on-one with a big ass running back, he was gonna make a business decision, meaning he gonna let him run past him or he gonna dive at the ankles. Ryan Garcia made a Deion Sanders prime time business decision. I remember that when the fight happened. Ryan could have got up. But that's the thing though, we cannot get mad at Ryan because he's not willing to give his life in the boxing ring, especially when he's living such a great life. So not everybody really willing to die for that shit like Day Day and Friday After Next. It is what it is, because even Day Day proved that he wasn't really willing to die for that shit. You know what I mean? He threw his whistle out. He took his security off at all. So Ryan kind of did the same thing. But how that makes me kind of question the rib injury because you ain't that motherfucker hurt if you can make a actual decision in the midst of the fight to not to get back up. So that's a great point, Two Finger. That motherfucker could have got up. He chose.
So
He chose to stay down.
so so can we all
Yo, what's
agree
up?
that Canelo? Oh, what's up, bro? So do you believe Canelo when he said that Ryan Garcia has no work ethic?
Yeah, yeah, I believe Canelo. Canelo and who that motherfucking coach? Who the coach?
Eddie Reynoso.
Um, Eddie Reynoso. Canelo and
Yeah,
Eddie
Eddie
Reynoso said
Reynoso. Hey, yo, Eddie
because
Reynoso said, yo, yo, but it's crazy. Eddie Reynoso said that Ryan Garcia owe him money, but he just left it alone. I'll say, whoa,
he probably owe him money, but I mean, Reynoso don't need Ryan money. All the money Canelo bringing in, Reynoso good. He don't need Ryan money. Plus, it wouldn't be Ryan's money. It would be De La Hoya money. De La Hoya the promoter. But anyway, Ryan and I mean Canelo and Eddie Reynoso they called it a buck. Canelo tried to help Ryan. He told Ryan straight up, the position that you trying to be in, you not working hard enough. You cannot come in here, hit the bag for an hour, take some pictures and shit. Do a drill for Instagram and then leave. That's not enough for you to maintain a world championship position. That's not enough for you to be able to beat all the different dogs that are coming for your spot. Even though Ryan didn't have no belt at 135, he had a prominent position because he was what? He was TikTok famous, he's Instagram famous and shit like that. So people are trying, they want to beat your ass. They're coming for you. So Canelo understands that. Canelo understands the different wolves that are trying to rave on Ryan. Ryan ain't understanding the position he was in. Canelo and Eddie called him out, and Ryan got mad, but it was the truth. He wasn't working hard, and he came out himself and said it in his past interview with Brian Custer. He said he wasn't himself. He picked up bad habits. He said after Luke Campbell dropped him, he started drinking, not focused. He had mental depression, all this other shit. But at the end of the day, if you don't work, it's going to show.
bro. Like, here's the thing: you got people who will never make the type of money Ryan Garcia got, and he talking about he depressed. Do you know how many boxers wish they was in his position, bro? Like with Golden Boy Promotions, he had everything. He won the championship. He was with Canelo. He was with Eddie. You know what I'm saying? He had everything on a platter. And he just threw it all the way, all because he don't want to
But
work. I'm
Shabo,
like, see,
you
that's
gotta
that stuff
ask
I don't
yourself.
fight, bro.
You gotta ask yourself, Shabo. Is the difference between people saying, you know how many boxers want to be in that position? I'm an amateur boxer, right? Do you know how many boxers could make videos? The reason they don't do it is because they don't want people to know who they are at these amateur competitions. Because what if you get your ass whooped? Not everybody could truly handle the spotlight. Not everybody is ready for the spotlight. Not everybody could deal with the mental backlash of everyone watching your every move. If you win, they criticize you. If you
Yeah, but that's
lose,
his
they
fault.
criticize you. So maybe Ryan ain't really built for that shit.
Yo, but that's his fault. I mean, what you think? What you think was gonna happen when you someone Golden Boy Promotions? What you think was gonna happen? I'm not trying to hear that, bro. Man, look, man, he bit off more than he can chew. I mean, that's just it. That's just it.
Man,
Just suck it
he
up.
said he bit off more than he
Just
could
suck it up.
chew.
Pause. He did,
Hmm.
Hey man,
bro. If you're not built for it, stop wasting everybody's time.
somebody said in this image Ryan realized he's not built for it. In this image, Ryan closed his eyes when he threw a hook, man. You can't close your eyes if you're gonna throw a hook because if his eyes was open, he could have braced for this shot. It probably wouldn't have had the same impact. You know what they say is the punches you don't feel. Even when you walking around, if your leg hit something and you didn't see it there, it's gonna hurt like hell, as opposed to if you seen it. So he didn't have no way to brace himself for this body shot because his eyes are closed. His eyes are
Bro,
closed.
Ryan Garcia has the same issue Canelo got. Ryan Garcia is flat-footed. He relies too much on that left hook. He hasn't perfected. He has nothing. He's one-dimensional, bro. And
Yeah,
everyone
but
also
Canelo
told
not
him
one
that. He
dimensional,
didn't want to
man.
listen.
Canelo far from flat footed here.
No,
No,
Canelo
no,
is
no.
flat
No,
footed,
I
but
didn't say
Canelo
Canelo. No, I didn't
Canelo
say
got some of
Canelo.
the
I said
best hand
Ryan
movement in
Garcia.
the game. Well, he used to at one point.
No. I'm not saying Canelo is one-dimensional. I said Ryan Garcia is one-dimensional. I'm just saying that. Well, I said that one of the issues between him and Garcia that's similar is that they both flat-footed.
Yeah, they both flat footed. But did you watch Ryan last fight?
Nah, I ain't watching, bro. I have no
Okay, so
issues
he
with
fought
watching
somebody
Ryan
named
Garcia, bro.
Broner. He with Derek James now. And Duarte was able to move. I mean, he was able to move against Duarte. He was able to use his footwork and shit. He also was trying to do, a Philly show. It looked bad, but I guess it worked to the best of his ability. But Ryan is working on his footwork and shit like that. You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
Well, better late than never. Better late than never. At
Yeah,
least he
but I don't think he
realized
ever gonna be able to
his
fuck with Tank,
flaws.
man.
Yeah, I feel like another thing.
No, no, no. I already knew he was gonna lose.
Another thing, he need to fight some more damn tune-ups before he got them try to hop in there in the deep waters with some killers and some shit like that. Cause that shit he pulled, that shoulder roll, somebody gonna like a goddamn champion at 140, even 135. Somebody move up and whoop his ass.
If
That
you
shit.
throw a roll like that against somebody that's aware of what's going on in the ring in real time, like say for instance, Bud Crawford was still at 140. If Ryan would have turned his back and shoulder roll like that, Bud would just take a step back, wait when Ryan not looking, and clock the hell out of his ass. He'd get knocked out. So you cannot do
Yo,
the shoulder roll like that against top level opposition. Matter of fact, when Ryan turned his back to Tank, Tank lit his rib. And this is another, I don't know about the rib injury because there's a segment in this fight, because I covered this fight, I broke this fight down on Patreon. But Ryan turned his back to Tank, and Tank Davis hit him with like 4 body hooks. Like he lit his ribs on fire. And Ryan ain't dropped. So I don't know about the separated rib shit. I don't know. Maybe his ribs was separated. Maybe he, the Mexican Adam. I don't fucking know. But it is
well,
what it is.
he's not. Well, you can only take so many hits, bro, until you go down.
Yeah, but if his rib was already separated, I don't think it would have took that damn long. Look what happened in the Fundora girl fight last week. They stopped it. Can happen to Ryan. Wait, Fundora lost again?
He's fighting again on the Pitbull.
Huh?
Nah, he's fighting again on the Pitbull card. On the card.
Okay, okay. They said Fundora beat
Hey,
Cruz.
yo, KJ, I saw that post, bro.
That's talking about
Yo,
his sister.
I saw that.
His sister. His
Oh,
sister
my bad,
fight?
my bad.
Yeah, she
Oh no,
fought.
I didn't see that shit, man. Y'all, I don't know what the hell they talking about. What you see? What you see? You said?
I saw that post, bro. Who was the one who posted on Instagram talking about 4 Mexican fighters, and and now all of them is Mexican? Who was it that made that, bro?
Canelo
Yo,
Lesnar,
you
bro.
you
That
was right
motherfucker be
about that
tripping.
though.
He be
Yo,
tripping though.
I was, yeah, man. Who was that Cuban boy that called out that called out David Benavidez
David
after he
Morrell.
knocked he
David
fought on the
Morrell.
undercard with Tate. Yeah, yeah, he's Cuban. He's not Mexican.
Yeah, he not Mexican. Yeah, I broke that down. I was like, yeah, he not Mexican. He not Mexican. David Benavidez, grandmother said he wasn't Mexican, and David Benavidez, he looked like light skinned dudes in the Dominican Republic. So look,
Nah.
half of
He
the motherfuckers on there wasn't
his
Mexican.
dad is Mexican.
Yeah,
No, his
yeah,
dad
his
is
dad
Mexican, but his
from
mom's
Mexico,
Ecuadorian.
but somewhere on that family tree is a Mexa Negro. Hey KJ, you know Janet back. He nice and
I'm
he fine.
t-
Oh
hey,
yeah,
look,
Janet back. I heard about Janet back. He alright.
but yeah, yeah, but the person who said that was his maternal grandmother. His mom's Ecuadorian. That's why she
Yeah,
said that.
yeah.
But his dad's Mexican.
Yeah, but I'm saying sometimes people like say if you black, right, and you go over to Mexico and you make babies with a Mexican woman and your kids stay in Mexico, so they make babies with Mexican women, 3, 4 generations down the line, all your
Yeah,
babies
yeah.
are Mexican, even if they black. But one of them could come out still looking like you, 3, 4 generations down the line. That's David Benavidez. Because it's obvious that that man could pass for Puerto Rican or Dominican. He don't even really look like his dad, especially when he put them damn cornrows on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He
So
do,
somebody
he
on
do.
that
I
tree
thought he
was a
was.
Mexican
I
Negro.
thought, I thought, yeah, I thought he was Dominican at first.
Yeah, I know. Because he got Aboriginal DNA. Who you got between Munguia and Morel? That's a good fight, but I'm picking Morel, man. Morel looks slick as shit. Yo, I don't like betting against Cubans until they get into the big fights. Cubans, they be running. Cuban fighters will run through any type of prospect or tomato can. They don't really be losing until they get to top opposition. Like they be so well schooled and shit. And they be coming in making immediate, like they be immediately fucking shit up. Like they be terrorizing divisions. Like look at Rigondeaux.
They
Rigondeaux was
act,
hurt. He was old. Huh?
they fight just like black fighters, bro.
No, Cubans fight different than black fighters. Like I'll give you something that I noticed
The
about
way
Cubans. a Cuban fighter, a Cuban fighter will test you out in the first round. Like they'll see if you could deal with their power in the first round. Most high level black fighters they use 2 to 3 rounds to just compute data. Cubans they like they're much more risky. So they'll try to knock you out in the first round and see whether or not you can even deal with their power. I've never really seen no shit like this. Like Rigondeaux does it, King Kong, Ortiz do it, fucking what's my man Lara? Even though Lara is known as a dude who uses his feet, in the first round, a Cuban will try you. They'll see if you can even deal with the power. If you can't deal with the power, they just get your ass up out of there.
Hold on, hold on,
Ugas
hold
fight
on.
the same way.
Marvin
They
Hagler
try
wasn't
you
like
out
that.
early. And I noticed
Marvin
that about the
Hagler
Cuban.
wasn't like that.
Huh? Who?
He said it was Marvin Hagler like that.
Go watch all.
I said,
Go to
wasn't
YouTube.
Marvin Hagler like that?
Go to YouTube and type in Marvin Hagler all fights. You'll see his most memorable fight is when he stopped Thomas Hearns. Marvin Hagler would start his fights out jabbing and moving. He started his fights out boxing. He was a very, very good boxer. It's just that since in his biggest moment he brawled, that's what people remember him for. But Marvin Hagler was a great boxer. He was a switch hitter. He actually had movements and shit like Terrence Crawford, but he never gonna get his credit for being a boxer for whatever reason. Maybe because his persona was so menacing, they
I
want to
saw.
remember him as a slugger, but he wasn't that. He was a boxer with great power.
Nah, he wasn't. Because what I did, I watched that documentary before Kings. It was great. It was amazing. And they were talking about Marvin Hagler, and people wasn't going to bake on him because they made a comment about him. It took over 60 fights for him to get his championship, his first title
Yeah.
match. They was talking about guys back then. They didn't really look at southpaws because they thought they fought awkward, and that was one of the major contributions and why he wasn't really that no one was really looking for him. And then they
No,
brought up
that's
Muhammad
bullshit.
Ali.
It's just because
They were saying that
it,
Muhammad.
it's not because he was southpaw, bro. They ain't like Marvin Hagler because Marvin Hagler was dominant and Marvin Hagler wasn't connected. Like so, basically, what you have boxing is about politics. Marvin is whooping people ass, but he's not bringing in money
Yeah, yeah,
for
no, but I'm
people
saying
who
that
run this shit. So that's why they robbed him on 2 different occasions in another guy's hometown. He came back and knocked both of those guys out. But if Marvin started his career out in like fucking New York, and he had those real connections and shit, he would have
he
been
from
making
Jersey. That's the
fucking pay per
point.
view
He from
quick as
Jersey.
hell, huh?
I said that's the crazy part. He from Jersey, but he started boxing in Massachusetts.
Yeah, because he moved. He had a real rough upbringing. He moved to with some family members in Boston and shit, and he was knocking shit out ever since. But at the end of the day, Hagler had to work a construction job and shit. Like he was a regular person. He had to work a construction job, then go train and do all of that until he finally was making enough money to be a full
He
time
was,
boxer. But basically, he got it
bro.
on the bag. He didn't have the connections, so they weren't really big on him. That's why he used to try to go for knockouts to make sure he didn't get cheated. And my bad for cutting you off. Go ahead.
Oh no, no, no. You right. That's why I love Marvin Hagler. But like, I couldn't believe because when I watched that documentary before Kings, like I said, it's amazing. I'm all like, I didn't realize it took over 60 fights for him to get his first title shot. I'm like, bro, you serious? I said he
Yeah.
fought basically everybody.
I mean,
And yo,
the thing is,
Sugar Ray Leonard was afraid of him.
yeah, Ray Leonard, Ray Leonard fans, they try to act like he wasn't, but yeah, Sugar Ray was running, ducking, and hiding, and it is what it is.
Yeah,
Sugar
he
Ray
was
wasn't no
scared,
punk.
bro. You're not gonna sit there
He
and
not
tell me,
he not no punk, but
yeah.
at the end of the day, he felt as though Hagler had his number, and he didn't fight. He didn't want to fight Hagler until Hagler was older and he wasn't the same guy. But when they was both in their 20s, the way that he gave
Bro,
Hearns a shot, Sugar Ray didn't want to give
he didn't want to see him. He didn't
Hagler a
want to see
shot
him. He
because
didn't want to see him.
be honest, he
He
probably would
didn't
have
want
got
to see him,
stopped.
bro.
He probably would have got stopped. It is what it is.
Of course he would, bro.
I can't
And
say
you
of
know,
course
what the
because
crazy part,
Sugar
Mark.
Ray a bad motherfucker. I can't just say of course, but it's a possibility. Hey, Two Finger, thanks for the lightning bolt, man.
Look, check this out, man. What I notice about other great fighters, they don't care. If there's a person that they think that they can beat them, they're gonna say. You never have that problem from people like Muhammad Ali or Joe. They fought the number one contenders.
No, no,
And when you
listen,
got
yo.
Marvin Hagler, a guy like that,
Ali, Ali, he didn't give George Foreman a rematch because he didn't think he was going to be able to win that fight. Ali didn't give Ken Norton a
he was
rematch
realistic.
after they fought 3 times, and Ken Norton thought that they robbed him. So it's like it's sometimes that Ali didn't want to fight a motherfucker. You know what I mean? They said Foreman didn't want a rematch. Nah, Foreman wanted to fight Ali, but literally Foreman came back and fought 3 men in one night to prove, his machismo and shit after he got outboxed by and outwitted by Ali. So that's false. You can go watch it on YouTube. Foreman literally came back and fought 3 men in one night to try to prove that he still was big George Foreman and shit. So you just talking about some this well documented. Y'all got documents too. YouTube. One second.
Yeah, he did. He did. And then Muhammad Ali was in the sidelines talking mess.
Yeah, Ali was on the sideline doing his shit, boy, getting that man head. But Ali ain't want to fight Foreman again because he probably
Hey,
would have
look,
lost. So
that's what he do.
it is what it is.
Hey, I wouldn't want to fight him either, bro.
Yeah, who the fuck want to
George
fight George
Foreman, no,
Foreman? George Foreman came back in his 40s,
no.
knocking out men in their prime. Like Ali was never supposed to beat Foreman. Ali, he pulled a rabbit out his ass, boy. That's why Ali was like, it's guys like that. Like Manny Pacquiao is a dude like that. Whereas like Manny Pacquiao wasn't supposed to beat Keith Thurman. These motherfuckers could pull a rabbit out of their ass, and they could do shit that they're not supposed to do because they're legends. They understand so much about the
Hey,
sport,
look,
and they execute so
hey,
well. It's,
look,
it's
man.
crazy.
Hey, look, man. That wouldn't be the first time Ali did that, bro. Let me tell you something. Because, I mean, I watched that Sonny Liston fight, both the first and the rematch, and it's like Sonny Liston was a dog too.
Hey, thanks for the gifts. Hey,
Yeah,
appreciate
but
it,
when it comes
man.
to George Foreman, man, George Foreman, I wouldn't want to fight George Foreman either, man. How tall was he? 6'3"?
Yeah, and he was
He was,
huge for
man.
he was like
He was an avalanche.
240, 250. I mean, in his prime he was 220s, 230s, but when he came back, 240, 250. So he was really like a modern day heavyweight back then. Like, cause Tyson was undersized. So when Foreman came back, Tyson could have fought Foreman. Tyson ain't want no smoke. Cause that motherfucker was really, really a real heavyweight, a fully sized heavyweight.
Bro, Mike
And he hit
Tyson,
hard as hell.
bro, Mike Tyson, Mike Tyson didn't want to deal with Leonard Swan. That's why they paid that man $4 million. People don't
Yeah.
know about that. People don't want to talk about that. People don't want to talk about that. And Lennox Lewis
Yeah,
wanted
and
Mike
guess what?
Tyson, but
They still ain't
didn't
gonna
want
want to
it.
talk about it because I gotta get the fuck up out of here, Shavo. We had a good live. Shavo, Two Finger,
All
thanks
right,
for
bro.
coming up. Hey Michi, thanks for coming up. Hey TikTok, we still love y'all, even though y'all put age restriction over my content. I still got love for y'all. Cause I'm still posting this shit to YouTube, baby. X, you take care too. Everybody that was in here, everybody that was liking the live, thank you. We didn't get as much viewers because they put restriction on my stuff, but it's all love. We still posting it on YouTube. Full live video will be available on YouTube. We did a good job today, man. I'm out.